Hi, everybody, and welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Like Queen Lisa, and it's almost Christmas. I'm so excited. I've been picking up little cute Christmas items. I got this little cute vintage Santa that'll be in my store later this weekend. I got a Jim Shore nativity set, party light little nativity set, all kinds of cool things because Christmas is coming soon, and I'm manifesting the shit out of it. So join me in that. I'll be right back with Westwood. Make sure you've got something read. You've got a cup with your favorite beverage. Join us for happy hour because we remember everyone deployed on Fridays and say thank you for your service. You're asking your dog to help you shut the front door?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that.
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door. Shut the back door.
Mother-fricker.
Yeah. Trump had a really exciting speech filled with comms on
Making noise
from Houston yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Fill me in because I missed it.
Oh man, he said within 24 hours, which should be in another, I believe, 2 hours or so. We were gonna hi Franny Fran. We were going to have our north and south borders closed. And oh gosh, the comms were everywhere. Like I can't even remember all of them. Bruh. He said something about Texas was my baby. That one was my baby. And there's this weird picture with who one of our friends calls him Hot Wheels, Governor Abbott sitting in a very awkward situation with my Governor Stitt on one side of him and this other guy that I don't recognize on the other side of him. Almost like, when they bring a prisoner in to somewhere and they
roll them in.
Guards on each side of them. Is very strange. And then during Trump's speech, he kept talking about Cargill and these big oil names, huge oil family names. And he goes, you're going straight down. You're going down. You're going straight down. He goes, and then sometimes, you go down and then you turn and you go over and take from that other guy or did he say take from that other guy or take that other guy's stuff? I can't remember the exact word. Yeah, but
that was the whole argument for the Kuwait and Iraq, wasn't it? Like drilling underneath borders and stuff.
That they were stealing from
way back when. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think some of that's going to be exposed. There's a lot of this, destruction of the petrodollar, and once that happens, and we seem to be right there. Fed now, ACH, it was down as of about 2:30, I believe, today.
Was it still down? I know it happened this morning. I didn't know how long it lasted.
I don't know how long. I don't know if it's still down. I don't have that information. Oh, but Westwood's down. He fell down, and he'll be back though. He's good about getting back online. He's struggling, having dog problems today. All the dog comms. So yeah, it's been interesting to watch all this stuff go down. I want to talk with him about all the other stuff I saw. I'll say hi to everybody in the chat while I'm waiting. Thank you, Crypto Experiences by St. Jerome, for the shout outs lately. I've really enjoyed your videos, and you guys should go check his channel out and make sure you like and subscribe. And thanks for joining us here. Westwood was poking in. I said hi again. Duncan Voss, thanks for joining us. Freedom, I agree. Day, Lisa. That's like just have a day, I guess. That's very nice. Thank you. Westwood again. Oh, look, he's back. Oh, wait. Oh, no. What happened? Had to stage. Okay. I'm saying hi to everybody in the chat.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Mr. Rogers. Roger that.
Roger that. Roger that. There's been tons of Roger that.
Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. That's one. Mr. Robinson's neighborhood.
Yeah, there's been tons of Roger comms. You know those cloud shoes that are real popular? I've been seeing those, which the cloud. And, you know, in Q, it said blackout event necessary.
Well, that's just what happened to me.
Well,
I got blacked out.
I said you went down like the Fed.
I'm drilling down sideways, going this way. ACH, Westwood, ACH.
ACH Westwood.
The bad batch.
ACH
I got a bad batch.
style.
Didn't go through.
Oh, gosh. I can't read this name. Ithaca? Is that right? Is that how you say that? They're saying hi to you in the chat.
Okay, hang on.
Ithakra.
Ithaca. Like Ithaca.
Yeah.
But Ithaca.
Okay. JB Rance is here. The Rand, our sweet friend, is here. Daddy-o. Hola. White Shadow.
Daddy-o.
Saying hi to everybody in the chat. Magic Torch.
I don't know if I can drink that anymore, Lisa. You still drink the Alani with your vodka?
That's literally what I'm having right now.
Is it? Well, that's what's in this cup that I purchased
and I'm
off
having
the
a red
Lovely
one.
Lisa eBay store.
Are you having a
5 o'clock somewhere? It's Alani and vodka.
Oh, that's what I'm having right now.
What kind? Well, what kind do you have? Because I have
the cherry one.
I got the Cosmic Stardust.
I love the Cosmic Stardust. It's not as sweet as the cherry.
Isn't it? It tastes sweet to me. I'm just like,
I mean, they're sweet, but they don't have.
But they're not. But it's not sugar, right? It's
sugar.
Stevia.
It's something. My daughter said it's not bad for you. I don't know.
Stop. These dogs.
And then it has vitamins. And it does have 200 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Yeah, and I know I haven't drank caffeine in a while, so it might hit me.
Oh, good. We'll get chatty, Westwood.
I keep drinking, I'll get chatty.
Yeah.
Spill over into spaces. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of spaces and people getting chatty, you and Blind Dave and Javi and Steak, you guys are a kick on Hash It Out. You guys definitely go to Blind Dave's channel, subscribe, and make sure you're watching Hash It Out. I'm enjoying those as well. Dave's so sweet to send me those. And
I'm supposed to be working on a process to where I download the StreamYard free version and then he can link up to my channel and simulcast it.
Yeah, you can do it yourself.
Yeah, I know. Then I'm giving away usernames and passwords.
Oh, we should have done that while I was there. I could have helped you with that.
I'll figure it out. Okay. It'll probably never get done.
Well,
knowing me.
If things get real good here real fast, I might get to come visit. We might have our Christmas party at Westwoods.
Well, that would be wonderful if that does happen. I did look at some charts because I was talking smack last night on Hash It Out. I actually did drink last night, so I didn't hold off for the whole week. So I had some tequila last night. I know how offended.
Me.
I drank without you, but I drank tequila.
It's like cheating on me.
Kind of a little bit.
Well, all right.
Digital cheating.
As long as it was tequila.
Live stream. There's just men though. There's just men there. There's nobody else.
And it's tequila. You know,
it's tequila. It wasn't tequila or anything.
Hey, Polly P. We love you.
What's the deal? These dogs are absolutely.
They're just. They can feel the energy
in the universe right now. I'm telling you. Before I went on, I'm like the vibes are off. I can feel it. And then it goes black, and I'm just like everything's out of that order.
No, that whole I can feel it in the air tonight.
Yeah, I can.
So all the comms are lining up too for so we know remember the 5th of November is the V for Vendetta Day, but there's been tons of stuff around the 4th of November, and if you look at it, 11, 4th and 5th is 45, 4th and 5th, and that 5th is the Guy Fawkes Day.
Yes.
And if we know that blackout is necessary, yesterday I shared the video
ACH blackout.
My husband sent over while Johnny and I were live about the VIP government planes being flown into another. This guy's like, his voice is shaking. He's like, there's another 8 VIP government planes going into Cheyenne Mountain. So that means another. So that was interesting.
What's happening out here? What's happening? I don't know what's happening.
Something's happening.
11.3, that's a big one in all the Q drops. I mean, they always say 11-3 or 11.3 or something like that. That's always been one that a lot of people have pointed to, that something's going to happen on 11.3, and nobody knows what it means, though. Is it a date? Is it a statute or what? So,
well, and on the clock on, was it on the Ingersoll lock?
Ingersoll Rand website.
Yeah, if you
White
click
rabbit.
the little white rabbit at the bottom corner, then a little picture comes up, and the clock on it said, did it say 11.2 or 11.3? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
And it has like a copper hat, like top hat with like silver wheels or something like this, and a big white rabbit. And
follow the white rabbit.
Yeah.
Now, remember, the first real Q proof that Trump actually validated really in public was the rabbit thing at Easter way back.
Yes.
He did. He said, well, I can't remember what he said, but that was like, oh. So he like proved, that said, hey, have POTUS do this. And then he did it, and they're like, oh, so that validates basically what you're saying in this forum. So it was like, okay, that was the first.
And did you see Pepe come out of the speaker's office on Halloween?
I'm like, you can't make this up. How's the frog coming out of the speaker's office? It's like, hey, we're trolling y'all.
And he said jumping for joy was the sign on his costume.
Okay, so either they are like, okay, Armageddon, all that stuff, apocalypse, Revelation, all that. Okay, so that's in the Bible. Now, a lot of people will say, we're living in the end days. It's happening. Revelation is unfolding itself. Well, okay, that could be happening, but there's people who know the playbook and are trying to probably manifest that and trying to put those things into action. So you can look at it that way. There's people manipulating those events to make it happen according to the way the book says. And so the same argument can be said, listen, you got all these Q drops. Well, they know about the Q drops, so they're just like acting like they're with it to deceive everybody. And, but either way, they're playing.
Either way, we're all manifesting our reality.
Yeah, I mean, they're all playing. I mean, they're acknowledging it, whether or not they're playing along and saying, hey, yes, we got you, or they're doing it to gain support, from that group of people. I don't know, whatever. You can't deny that it's being acknowledged, all that stuff that went out there and all those drops, for good or bad. So something's going to happen.
Yes,
something's
all the
happening.
law of
somebody's manifesting
11.3 in the law of war manual, which I bought that.
I thought it was in some document or guidebook.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. I
do have bad news for you, though.
What's that?
I did read the label on this Alani stuff.
Yeah, don't tell me bad news.
Well,
does it have?
It's got sucralose in it, which is aspartame.
Sucralose is aspartame?
Yeah, look it up.
I thought it was a real sugar.
Well, the other one is, I think, the erythritol, but down the line after caffeine it says sucralose, and I'm like,
I thought all the loses, the OS.
I don't know. Somebody fact check me. I'm pretty sure that's basically the same thing as aspartame.
Oh shit!
You might as well.
My pineal gland needs a break.
Might as well go back to the. What was it? The freaking, what's Charlie use?
Fresca.
Might as well use the Fresca.
No, I'm not doing it. Uncle Cliff sent me the sweetest letter.
I know.
He was very concerned for me, and I was like, oh, somebody cares about my pineal gland. It's so nice.
My calcified pineal gland.
Yes. Somebody else. Your mom was so precious. I got
like a precious moment.
Yes, she gave me lots of presents for my birthday, but a couple of them were some recipes. Well, actually, one of the recipes is really for Charlie, but then she also put in a recipe for like natural toothpaste using like essential oils and baking soda and whatever. And I thought that is so sweet. She's worried about like our little calcified pineal glands.
Wow.
Stay away from the fluoride.
I need to worry about my teeth so they don't all fall out. Maybe I should use some of that homemade toothpaste or something.
I still think and it was a weird coincidence that you, Uncle Cliff, and Bix all had the same missing tooth at the same time.
I don't know if it was the same tooth, but it was a tooth.
People can go back and look for themselves. Yeah. Don't trust me. Verify for yourself.
Do your own research.
Do your own research.
Be your own practicing dentist.
I don't know what's happening there. Oh, God. Did I just click off the... No. Okay. I'm trying to find the Law of War manual really quick.
Yeah, Crypto Love. I mean, he's talking about resignations. 6 congressmen resigned or forced out since November 1st. I haven't been keeping up, but I have noticed that there have been people kind of leaving Congress, not running again or just leaving. And so it makes you wonder, did something change? Seems like that watershed moment was when a new speaker came in, and then things just start spaghettiing out.
Law of War.
Pepe.
Here's a Britannica Law of War. Is it the...
Yeah, I need to like the video. Thanks for the reminder. There we go. Thumbs up. Everybody hit that thumbs up. If you think the world's going to crash and fall apart and we're going to go to Hades, Gehenna, or hell, type 1. If you think everything's going to be fine, type 2. If you're just here to drink, type 3.
But no matter what you do,
I see a lot of people doing that on YouTube, and it's
turn
like,
the bell
gets that
on.
engagement going, you know?
Yeah.
It's like type 1 if you think.
Turn the bell
Type
on.
3.
I also saw, I'll just go to my Twitter. And I also saw, maybe I should
4,
stay on this.
15, 1.5. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right. I barely made it out here. I
Chatty
made it out here
Westwood.
late, frazzled all over the place, dogs going nuts, trying to get everything situated. Wind moon.
Yeah. When moon. Well, we can go to the moon or we can go to Mars. Which one do you want to do?
When Mars.
When Mars.
When Earth restoration. That's what I'm looking for. I really don't want to leave the planet. I don't care about any of that. I just want the Earth to be, wholesome.
He doesn't even like to fly in a plane, much less.
Right. I don't even get up that high. That's too close. If I get too close to the sun, my wings will burn.
Oh, interesting. The speaker's wife did an interview and said her husband being elected was biblical.
See, that's what I mean. They know the whole narrative. They know the storyline, and they're actively engaging it. So it makes you think, okay, well, what's happening? I mean, they're putting it out there.
We know what's happening.
Yeah.
And remember that it's about the money that has enslaved us all through the Fed, the creature from Jekyll Island. See my little book?
Right on. 110 years now, running us into the ground for 110 years. The Fed.
Yes, it's time to end the Fed. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to show you guys. On and most of you guys may know this. U.S. National Direct Clock.
Oh, yes.
This is kind of a fun thing.
Little Easter eggs you can click on.
Yeah, there is a secret window that usually is only open like certain days of the week or when they meet. I can't remember what the rules are. However, it's still open right now. And it shows a little picture. See this? Open the secret window.
And where'd you click? I'm looking.
Can you see it?
Do not enter. Yes.
And then you go in here at Federal Reserve Vault. Danger, wrong way. This is where money comes from. Doesn't this look like the Road to Ruta?
A little bit. Little characters. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you look back here.
It does, actually.
It says now. It's like now. And then this one's like green or something. Now, and it's green. If you look in between the people and the people in the vault. And this is like mind blown. Oh my, what's happening? Well, if you think about what just happened there's a lot of, when now speaker was senator, now
Representative
Speaker,
MJ.
Johnson got
Big Johnson. Speaker Big Johnson. You ought to make some t-shirts.
All the boys' jokes, yes. Yeah. All the locker room jokes.
But you got it.
He was talking about all the what's it called? He was using blockchain technology words. He was talking about decentralization of power. He was talking about distribution of power and decentralization of money and transparency and all this. And then they turned on the machine for these wars again. And that was the other thing Trump said that was really interesting. He's like,
Big
it's
Mike
like
Johnson.
we're out here on an island by ourselves, and then there's the rest of the world. It makes me wonder if none of that is even really happening. They're using the evil tools that like Obama had and whatever to like, okay, they were allowed to lie to the people. So we're going to end the Fed in this way, and we're going to have the people believe this is going on, and we're going to use the media to tell them this is going on so that they have this experience and like use good for evil for good or whatever.
I use the tools against them.
But it's not really happening.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
I don't know
Honestly,
what's
I really don't. I don't know what's real when you watch the screens, and you know, I don't want to come down on either side of it because it looks like there's a lot of devastation out there. A lot of people, innocent people,
yeah.
getting taken out, and
Yeah.
it's just
It's yeah.
so I don't know what the truth is. All I know is that why are we killing innocent people on both sides? You know,
Right.
I mean, come on.
But where they are bringing them water.
Not everybody's a dang terrorist, you know. I mean, it's just like, oh, hey, there's a needle in that haystack, burn the whole thing up, and it's just okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That whole terrorism narrative, I'm so done with it. All terrorism state sponsored anyway. It has to come from big money. And it's just, it's been played out for 20 years. Okay. We went through all the wars in the Middle East, Afghanistan, all that garbage where we were lied to. Sick of getting lied to, at this point. The terrorists are state sponsored. We created
because it is not human.
We created Hussein. I mean, we created the situation in Iran by giving them pallets full of cash and $6 billion for 5 hostages. I mean, we're funding Israel now. We're supposed to be, sending them weapons. It's like funding both sides of it.
Well, and I watched a video where when they went to when Gaddafi made the statement to use euros to buy oil, that's when they took him out looking for weapons of mass destruction.
Take his gold, destroy everything he's trying to do in Africa because, he doesn't play ball. He doesn't play in the vampire casino. So take him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hussein, same thing. He was doing that. He was trying to start to use euros for oil, and they're like, oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And like you were saying, like this whole terrorist thing is anti-human because and that's part of the thing, like Sean brought up, where they've used slurs and slang and all that to divide us, but it's not natural. I mean, my husband will drive us off the road trying to avoid hitting a squirrel.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like, rabbit, squirrel.
Yeah. Any living creature, but especially it is not natural to want to harm another human.
And there are some people that will put the pedal down and try and hit something. I mean, there are those, but there's always going to be those people. But those are the small minority of people. Most people are like, avoid it. No, I don't want to hit it.
Yeah. And more of this stuff's coming out. There's a lot of comms around the Matthew Perry death that maybe he was one of the good guys. Remember that his name was Chandler Bong.
Yeah, Chandler Bong Bing.
Well, it was Chandler Bing, but then the Postal Service all kept getting it messed up, and so he was Chandler Bong one time, and so C Handler, yeah. So there's a lot of that in Oklahoma. We had a huge bust just happen, and Wewoka, Oklahoma, which seriously, Wewoka. Everybody woke up. Yeah, and so there's
a big joke there, and I'm not going there. But anyway,
it is. And they said that it was the AG for Oklahoma, and they said that he had all these sheriff. He was standing behind a sheriff like badge kind of flag thing, and then he had all these sheriffs lined up beside him, and he said that this is much bigger. He goes, I kind of am in the middle of Tulsa and Oklahoma City, which are our 2 largest cities in Oklahoma. And he said, but the guys that got picked up, yes, there were weapons involved. He said there were also drugs involved. He also talked about sexual assault charges. And he said you can expect to see many more arrests in the coming days. And so I kind of think it's just the start of it. Here's that picture I was talking about. That's our Governor Stitt right here.
All right, let me see.
And I don't know who this guy is. This guy in black.
He's got a little symbol on. I can't see what the symbol is on it.
Well, this is Hot Wheels.
Yeah, yeah.
But this guy's
not Netanyahu. Isn't that Benny Netanyahu?
Is it?
Yeah, leader of Isreal.
Oh.
Israel.
So
and he's doing a little hand signal, you know, part of the club. I don't know, man. What's that mean?
That gave me some concern. I don't know. And then this is all happening right now. Where did all these people get all this money? How did Liz Cheney leave DC with $36 million?
Well, her dad's Big Dick Cheney, the war criminal, you know, that ran the war for trillions of dollars and no bid contracts. So, you know.
And then Israel issued a urgent global travel warning for all citizens traveling anywhere.
Hey, where's Zelensky?
They stopped talking about him.
Yeah, just poof. Where's Maui? Where's Acapulco?
Oh, they reopened it.
It's fine.
They reopened it. It's all fine. Everything's fine.
No worries. New smart city.
This seems totally normal. Yeah.
I mean, it could be. I don't know.
It could be.
I know what's not normal. I can go out and look at it and watch it happen. Just, you know, just here's a streak. There's a streak everywhere. Streak. They call him the streak. And then you've got the clouds just fan out, spiderweb all over. Clear blue sky becomes a cloudy, filmy sky. You know, airplanes flying.
And somebody brought up a great point. Like a plane could not fly this close together, or like it looks more like they're sending a frequency.
That's what it does look like, doesn't it? It's almost like a pulse that would
or
line them up a certain way.
Right. That then you're seeing the clouds respond to that.
I'm not a meteorologist though, so I don't know.
Not a gynecologist or a meteorologist.
Not a gynecologist or a meteorologist.
Or an attorney.
Practice on weekends.
Oh,
not a fireman, but I can spot a fire.
Yes.
I mean, I need a dog whisperer. That's what I need.
I know you do need a dog whisperer.
Dogs need to whisper.
The other huge thing is that they are not only minimize or rescheduling like huge Marine Corps event, they're canceling it.
Yeah, I saw that.
So much for Semper Fidelis. This may not seem like a big thing, but it's a huge symbolic FU to the U.S. Marines everywhere, I am not saying this. I'm reading this off the thing. I would never say this. You can minimize or actually even cancel an actual planned festivities, but you don't cancel the event. So on October 31st of 2023, this is from the Major General of the U.S. Marine Corps Commander. It says, I hope this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. Regretfully, with a strong sense of duty, I write to inform you the decision I had to make regarding the 248th Marine Corps ball scheduled for 16th of November, 2023. Well, that would be about 10 days if something went down on the, remember, the 5th of November.
What was, oh gosh. Well, there was like the 11/11 date sticks out in my mind that, you know, for many reasons throughout history, but no, there's, no, like the 11th of this month. There was some countdown I should have written down that was going to like, well, I don't know. 11/11 is one of those symbolic things. Just be careful. You never know when something's going to get pulled. Man, there's something that was legit. I mean, I can't remember now.
Maybe we can come up with it.
All right. When's the 5 months thing end? I mean, because we got Cliff saying April-ish, you know, in April, you know, by then things are going to definitely be radically changed. Something will have happened. I mean, Trump was saying 5 months. And when did he say that? A month ago or a month and a half ago?
Yeah, it's all, so it goes into March because, traditionally we would inaugurate our president in March. And if you read, that's where I was reading in when I got on the Ingersoll Lockwood.
Ingersoll Rand. Oh, you know what that name comes from, don't you?
No.
Ingersoll Lockwood. Sorry, not Rand. Is it Ingersoll Rand or Ingersoll Lockwood?
Lockwood.
Okay, Lockwood. He's the author of that Barron Trump Goes to the Middle of the Earth.
And the last president. So I was reading through the last president.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then there's something about a watch too. Ingersoll watches or something. There's something about that.
There is a Ingersoll Rand on something.
Yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, I think there's an Ingersoll watch, or there's something there. There's all these connections that I've forgotten about. I'm like, get it on.
Ingersoll Rand is a bunch of generators and air compressors.
Right. And then there's watches. Look up watch and Ingersoll and see if that comes up with anything. There's a connection there somewhere.
Ingersoll Watch Company.
Okay. I don't know if there's a picture of
there's a picture
Trump's Uncle Trump, John Trump, wearing it at some point or something. He's got some connection to it. I know there's some tie in there.
He talked about his uncle being a professor at MIT, the longest standing professor at MIT, which, we have friends that went to MIT.
And then, where's the free license for cryptocurrency and blockchain come from? The open source license? MIT.
This is interesting. I'm also seeing tons of copper stuff in comms. And look, rose gold, which copper looks very much like rose gold.
Yeah.
And this is Ingersoll watches. Hi, automatic and huge stock. And look, it's that same time hand that are always on the
10 and 2.
10
and 2. Mickey Mouse.
Ingersoll watches. I don't wonder if I could say Ingersoll watched Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Because he was talked about talking with his uncle.
There's a connection there, and I can't remember what it is. It's been a while.
Nickel-plated watch case. Ingersoll Trump popular watch. Time travel barons Trump.
The road to hell is paved with unbought burled wood baskets.
That's right. I have plans.
I got ideas.
It goes into the Mickey Mouse watches.
There you go. We have 33 people in the chat.
Welcome.
Yes, crypto love, Tesla papers went to John Trump, MIT. Yeah, I mean that whole connection is there. And it just, you see how it ties into crypto and you just wonder, okay, I don't know. Make what you will of it.
Think for yourself.
Crypto is an option out of the vampire casino, the Fed system. It's been running for 110 years. Gives you something outside of government in the digital world. Yeah. I'm just here drinking Aulani with sucralose and wondering
if your pineal gland is being affected.
Yeah, why it won't stop spinning in my head. Used to be spinning like a top. No. Crusty pineal gland.
Play the video that I sent to my kids, and I don't know if I sent it to you on here.
If you sent it too late, I probably missed it. No, I read everything you send. Don't always respond, but I do read it.
Oh, Israel's mistake. Uncle Cliff talked about Israel's mistake. And this is where it says, so all scenarios, all options. This is Hezbollah. I can't say it as good as Nino, but
and Hamas, yeah, Hamas. It's like a name, yeah, Hamas.
I thought hummus was a dip. I don't.
Yeah, right.
I really like hummus. But weird that says Guns and Roses over here. Okay, all scenarios.
Didn't they sing November Rain?
Maybe.
I think they did. Where's Pauly P?
Oh, that was another big calm that Trump said. He said, I brought the rain, or how did he say it? Something about the rains. And that Rains Act is huge. I can't remember where it is.
Make it
I
rain.
thought it had passed, but then I was on a show with somebody and they said it didn't pass the other house or didn't go through all the way. And the REINS Act is the one that holds Congress accountable for not doing their job and pushing it off onto three-letter agencies.
Well,
So if we get November rain and the REINS Act,
the rain will come down on your head. The fire and the brimstone shall befall your head.
very interesting.
I'm mixing with pineapple juice now. I can't do the other stuff.
I liked this meme. There's no plan to fix anything because the plan was to destroy everything.
Right. That's what. But yeah. So if you think about that, it all makes sense, doesn't it?
But that's also the fix, is to
point.
destroy, because they wanted to destroy us, and so we now have to destroy the Fed, because that's the road to Ruta plan, is that the good guys infiltrate the Fed. We're seeing that they're going to print $773 billion in the last 3 months of the year. And with that, it's going to blow up, and anyway, I think it's very interesting. Have hard assets in your possession. Have some food, especially if you have family, and have some things you can barter and trade, like a little Tito's or whatever you prefer.
Like a little dog.
Like a little dog you could sell to the witch.
Yes.
I did. Was that you and I talking about the Wizard of Oz? There was another Wizard of Oz thing that popped up.
All right, whisper these dogs into silence.
Is Mitchie there?
Yeah.
Good, he'll calm him down.
Nuts now. Couch to couch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
Boingy boingy boing.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the heck. Where are we at?
Oh, I was just talking. I was dragging a little Wizard of Oz back into it, that I'd seen some more comms back showing up again about Wizard of Oz. A lot of Roger stuff. A lot of just a lot of this has so much more to do about banking and the slavery than and Trump was talking about our God-given rights, and I don't know, it's just been really interesting. I think there really is more of the silent majority is bigger than we ever thought.
Oh, absolutely. It's just a matter of kind of waking them up. It's a sleeping dragon. You just kind of, they keep poking it. It's like, we got scales. Leave me alone. Keep poking it. And pretty soon it's like, enough. We're done. Quit messing with us. Tired of it. Yep. I mean, there's not that many bad people. I mean, you think about it, they're the ones we see on TV. I mean, the ones that are in office. I mean, most people, like you said, they're going to dodge the squirrel. Those are the people that hammer down, hit it. But there aren't that many of them. But those are the ones that pull the strings, that have, because they're psychopaths and they want to lead people, or I should say control people. And so they get in positions of power. And so that's what we end up with. But they're not a good sample of humanity, because you don't walk around every day and see a bunch of psychopaths. I mean, usually people are pretty friendly, pretty decent. It's a few psychopaths.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I saw tons of stuff for Black Friday being today, which, well,
the bank did stop. Fed ACH thing did stop transacting a little bit. So.
Yeah. And what did Javi sent us a thing in the group chat that was interesting?
You said like what, 770 some billion dollars in the quarter. The Treasury this week said, hey, we're going to spend $1.6 trillion. Well, actually, we're going to create 1.6 trillion in debt, issue bonds, Treasury notes, whatever, T-bills, since the beginning of October through March. 1.6 trillion. 1.6 trillion, Lovey. And that's what they're creating. Just in 6 months, $1.6 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the bailout in 2008 was under 800 billion. And it took Congress 2 votes to pass it, and threats. I mean, and now it's twice that in 6 months. You're going into debt. So it'll be $35 trillion in debt by March. And there'll be 50 trillion by the end of next year. And it's just like, but we want to balance the budget. Come on, man. You can't do it to a debt-based Ponzi scheme. You can't balance it. It's constructed to make sure that the debt explodes for the last 110 years. When does it end? I guess that's the question.
Well, and if they can print it, why can't we?
Right. Well, enter crypto. I mean, face it, if we all wanted to say, we're going to make our own money, we could go out and make a copy of Bitcoin, a copy of Litecoin, and say, okay, this is Westwood coin, this is a Freedom coin, whatever we want to call it. And if we all start using it, it's like, okay, cool, we got our own money.
Yeah, then that's what you choose.
Yeah, we're done. We're going to make our own money and use our own money, and there are the rules. Okay, cool.
I think we all need to start trading in V-Bucks. Because when I told my accountant, she asked if we
Virtual
had been...
bucks.
Yeah, V-Bucks are on Fortnite.
Victory bucks.
Yeah. And on Fortnite, in 11.3, chapter 4, episode 5, or whatever, I don't know, 45, the time travel thing happens, and they've all been freaking out about it. Cannon's been talking to me about this for weeks. She's so excited. And they all go back in the future to chapter 1. Also, speaking of Back to the Future, all this language around time travel and this 11.3 thing and all this. Did you see the meme of DeSantis in his high heel? These boots
are made for walking.
Yes, and his high heel boots. Okay.
I mean, it's ticked off so many people.
Let me see if I can find the meme of him ziplining.
Really?
Because they took a little person. Let's see.
They took like a mini DeSantis and ziplined him.
Hold on, let me see if I can find
like bowling with little people.
Dang it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it because I don't know that I shared it.
I try to stay out of that stuff.
Yeah,
too many high emotions on both sides of the equation. Leave it alone.
DeSantis zip line meme. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Ooh. Wasn't it DeSantis? It had to be.
Anybody out there from Missouri? You know, near like Mark Twain National Park. Is it State Park or is it National State Park? I'm not even sure. They got a lot of parks in Missouri. A lot of Sasquatches. I'm just curious. Anybody got any experiences? I'd like to hear them. I'd take a trip down there and we'll do a little interviewing and exploring if so.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Trying to start a new channel, Sasquatch channel.
There you go.
Get some views. I'm stuck at 938 viewers, and I had two people. Two people, subscribe to your channel. Still 938. It doesn't move. It's stuck there. And I'm like, okay, whatever. They've capped it.
Dan Scavino had a November rain clip. Oh, Dan Scavino just posted another really good one.
Scavino, it sounds like a beetle or something, like a Scavino beetle, some kind of species of I don't know, Scavino. Maybe some kind of pasta dish, Scavino.
35 minutes ago, they are departing for William Hobby Airport in Houston. Departing, sorry.
Deporting Hobby, what? What's happening?
Not Hobby.
No.
Thank you. They're leaving. 45 is departing William Hobby Airport in Houston. Thank you. All of
Texas Rangers won the World Series.
They did.
The Rangers, they beat the Vipers.
And they were the only ones to not bend a knee to the LBDQ or whatever. Well, there is.
It's got to be some symbolism to that, right?
Yeah, and look, there's that, beautiful sunset 10 hours ago.
Hey, that sun's underneath the clouds. That's underneath the plane. Wait a minute.
Kind of looks like the firmament above.
Hey, wait a minute. What's going on?
What's happening here?
Wait, that doesn't
1
make
minute.
sense. Mm-hmm.
Wait, they told me the Earth was round. Hold on. This one is the one that my friend. Did you see that? Like shoot up and there's a Batman theme right there. Okay, watch when this replays.
Right.
Watch in the center. There's like the beams shoot up. Hold on, let me go back. Oh Lord, no sound. And these beams will shoot up here, and you'll see like a little Batman symbol pop up right about here. Watch.
All right.
Okay.
Right in
Watch.
there.
There it is.
Oh, I do see it. Yeah,
So they were saying that before Matthew Perry died, he called himself Matman.
Matman. I have the night. Everything is safe. I'm Matman.
Matman.
And people have said that referred to Trump before. I don't even know where it came from as Batman. Yeah. And then you think about it, you got this billionaire that's got this alter identity, this other, thing going on. I mean, maybe he's the time traveling.
So here it says 17 hours ago he left, but then 35 minutes ago he posts this picture of them all standing there leaving.
I don't know what to make of any of it. Let's go back to find the video where he says, "There's a storm." What do you mean a storm, Mr. President?
The original one.
You'll see.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's he talking about?
And he said, "Texas storm is my baby, or was my baby." That's my baby.
What's that mean? What's a baby? Birth, new beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's like the only state that's not it still maintains its republic status. I think they can their own thing and never signed on to what everybody else did and given their lands up to the feds.
What if I say gematria?
What are we doing?
I'm looking at gematria and asking like, what was it? That's my baby, Texas.
I don't know. Baby. Oh, baby. So my daughter did her Joan of Arc presentation yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, got the costume and everything. She loved it. She says, everybody said mine was the best.
Oh, awesome. I'm so happy for her.
And she did really well. I mean, she knew it. I mean, knew the content and got into it. She says, nobody else talked like they were the person. They all said, well, they did this and they did that. And she says, I didn't do that. I said, I did this and I did that. Because she's supposed to take on the character of Joan of Arc. And she's channeling Joan of Arc now.
Oh, wow.
Look out.
Mess
with me.
Election interference and my daughter's Jen MM. That's my baby. That was
Buford. Was it Buford? Yeah, Buford Pusser. Buford T. Justice.
What are you talking
about? I'm looking at Light Shadow Batman.
June 11 has a harassed, a jailed.
Oh yeah, Blind Dave's got a little giveaway going. $100 in Digibyte when he hits 1,000 subscribers.
Vox Populi. That's Cliff High's wording. Vox Populi, Vox Day.
I don't even know what that means. I don't speak Latin. Something about the populace, the people.
Search
it up. It's too old to search it up.
Is a Whig tract of 1709 later titled after a Latin phrase meaning the voice of the people is the voice of God.
Oh, there we go. Voice. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Okay.
So
the people have spoken.
The people have spoken. 2014. That's the highest.
I agree with that 100%, but
well, they spoke.
In the spirit of, I mean, I can go 10 different ways. Let's leave it.
That's my birthday. What a coincidence. Huh. Very interesting. We'll see.
What else is happening?
Oh, what else is happening? I don't know. Go for it, Westwood.
I don't have anything. We covered it all. Oh, payroll numbers. They're collapsing. They expected 180,000 new jobs and got 150,000, and 51,000 of those jobs happen to be in government. Most of the other ones were in healthcare and some other services. And then we're at the highest level ever where people are holding multiple jobs.
Wow.
Highest number ever. Like almost 9 million people in the United States have multiple
That's in
jobs.
Cliff High's data too. He
Yeah,
said
and it's
people
just
would
like
have
it's all
multiple
fake numbers. It's like you're not getting new jobs. I mean, you're at all. It's people taking second jobs and third jobs just to be able to make it. And
Also,
now
aren't a
it's
lot
not
of
even
those,
making the numbers.
aren't a lot of those government jobs?
Yeah, 51,000 of the 150,000 jobs that were created in October were government jobs, 1/3. So you got two people coming on board to pay for one person that's probably making more than both of those people. How does that work? Well, that's why we have $1.6 trillion coming in next 6 months, 5 months. Because, all the stuff, all the things we got to.
Well, and that's what the Fed needed. They needed lower job numbers to not have to raise interest.
Right. And unemployment went from 3.8% to 3.9%. Not that I believe any of these numbers, but the narrative's falling into place to where the Fed's like, well, see, it's working. We've screwed you a little harder, so money's harder to get. You need to go buy a house. It's going to cost you 8%. Sorry. It's just the whole thing. It's such a scam. I mean, if we had a free market system to where the price found its own level, everything works out, because you're not going to buy something if it's overpriced. Well, now, I can't get the money. I got to go. And now I got to pay 8% when I used to pay 2%. Now I'm paying $600-700 more a month in interest to a bank for the same house. I mean, does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. But they manipulate the market. It's obvious. It's a vampire casino. They control the chips. They put more chips on the table, give you more on credit, give you less on credit, whatever. They control it, and we keep playing the game. Quit playing the game. Like war games. Matthew Broderick.
Like Fortnite.
Only way to win is to not play the game.
Yep. Yep. It's very interesting.
But I did do some charting, if you want to hear that.
Yes, I do want to hear the charting.
Okay. I'm not good
terrible at
charting. I'm no chartist, but
I don't
I was right on Litecoin, the timing of it. I said it would go to 240. It only went to 120, though. So my price was wrong, but my timing was impeccable, because that's when it popped in June of last year. Or this year.
Yeah.
But
the
price is not right. But I went back and looked. I just took Bitcoin because that's kind of the market, and I looked at the prior highs in the cycle. So you had November 2013, you had an all-time high. December 2017, all-time high. May of 2021, and then you had the double top, and at the end of November 2021. So basically what I came up with is, all right, from the bottom, and the bottom in this last cycle for Bitcoin was November of 2022, last year. The prior two cycles, from the bottom price to the all-time high of the next cycle, was 35 months. So and it was the same both times. So if that stands, and our all-time low in Bitcoin was November of 2022, unfortunately, that puts us at an all-time high of October 2025. Mwah, mwah. So you have to take 23 more months, folks.
Yeah, you have to take into account of that may be the time where we go through where like the dollar goes away and there is no price of Bitcoin. There is no price of
by then
silver. There is no price of anything, because we're bartering and trading. If you read that, the Last President book, he talks about on November 3rd, all this happens, and that then they start trading in silver. But then there's a time that goes by, and after a time, there's no money. It's bartering and trading, just like
because you don't know what real money is. What is good money? None of the printed stuff's any good. I don't know what that's worth.
And then they talk about carrying around money, and anyway, all this stuff. It's really interesting, and you can go to that website and read the books right there. They're all free.
Yeah, you can go download them, PDF them. Are they like the photocopies of the old?
Yeah, of the pages.
Yeah, because the book I have, it's the same way. It's like it's a book with a new binding, but it's a facsimile. It's a photocopy of
the original book.
But a ditto.
They're pretty incredible. I mean,
it really is when you start looking at it. And I mean, there's a lot of tie-ins that make you wonder. Yeah.
So if you stop valuing Litecoin in dollars,
Mhm.
because I believe Litecoin has a lot of use case outside of its value in a dollar. I
Absolutely.
believe, and
I
you
don't even, I
know
don't even
this,
look at it that way.
the
In dollars.
technology that is there,
Right. The
it's
ability to send it and transfer it and without anybody stopping you from doing it. I mean, that's
mhm.
so important to be able to do that and do it so fluently,
And it doesn't
frictionlessly.
have to be that we're sending value. Well, anything is of value if you want to send it, I guess.
Yeah.
But it could be that I really need to get a message to Westwood.
Mhm.
And I need Litecoin to do that. I need the technology of Litecoin, which gives me freedom of speech.
Yes, you've got you can send a memo in it. You can send,
Mhm.
think about that though. That's what people are kind of, and this is where a lot of the tokens come in like, oh, look what the network can do. It can do this, it can do this, and you can buy a house with it. You can do this with it, put wheels on it. Just take Litecoin, for instance. It's got its own network running the Litecoin code and all these computers. That's what they do. And they also run Dogecoin too. So it's multi-mined. But all those computers that are doing that, they're in their own ecosystem. It's like their own internet within the internet. So you could build whatever you want on that. That's basically what it is a messaging system with a ledger that documents all these messages. So as long as those computers are running, what's to stop you from sending a message to somebody else? Boom, boom, boom. Well, if the internet goes down, but then you got Starlink, then you can send it over ham radio. There's all these different ways that we haven't had to really innovate into, even though they're there, because it works as it is. But it may get to that time where, okay, yeah, we need to send it over airwaves or mesh networks or whatever it is, and it can do that. And it's just I don't know, it's a pretty remarkable invention, blockchain, that we haven't really seen all of the uses. We've envisioned it with a lot of these coins. They've got ideas with the follow through, but it's there. It's a brand new tool that we can use. It's a very powerful tool. And what price do you put on information? When you need it, like Paul Revere. I mean, if he had a freaking telephone, how valuable would that be instead of riding, with a horse, and it's there when you need it. Bix has always said that, it's the right coin when as a means of exchange, in that aspect when it's needed. And so it's there, it's ready to go.
Mhm.
Blockchain's ready to go. Operates outside of all these institutionalized, centralized systems. I mean, it's a very important thing. Start using it.
I wonder if I can do that. There is a great video that I have. Maybe let me see if I can.
Litecoin price prediction by the end of the year 2025. 400
Oh
bucks.
my.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what should it be? I mean, based on the use case and what it is, I mean, should be 4-1 to Bitcoin. I mean,
Yeah.
and I mean, it should go more. I mean, it's kind of like silver. I mean, what's the use case of it? I mean, when you need it to work, because here's the thing, when you need it to work and everybody needs it to work, Bitcoin's going to be really a problem to do that because it can only handle so many transactions. And so that's why the price goes up on transactions, because everybody wants to use it. And they're like, now I got to wait 10 minutes, okay, it didn't get into that block. Okay, that's 20 minutes. Okay, so with Litecoin, it's 2.5 minutes. It's got more bandwidth. It's got more ability to onboard more messaging, onboard more, transfers. So to me, that's much more valuable than using Bitcoin in those instances. I mean, and then you take Digibytes like 15 seconds and it's like, so it's like, what's the price of being able to move the data when you need to move the data? You can have a car, or let's say you got a big bus and you got a gallon of gas. Well, how far is that going to go? Or you've got this little car that is 50 miles to the gallon and you can put and so what's more useful when you've got to go 20 miles? You're going to want to take the one that can get you back home or get you back where you need to be because it's more efficient for that given instance. So I don't know. It kind of depends. What's the dollar price? I don't freaking know because, like you said, the dollar.
The dollar is so manipulated right now.
All right, 1.6 trillion.
Yeah, I mean, we think we know what a dollar's worth, but when the minute that they said, JP Morgan is selling his shares. Vix did a great job explaining this. He said they are like they have to publicly announce that they're selling, but they don't have to say how much, and they have to and they also lock in the price at that time. But then he could say, okay, I'm gonna sell, but he could be holding on to them, and then as it dies, he could continue to sell them out over time or whatever. And
Yeah.
so he knows what's coming.
Sure he does. Absolutely. He was one of the guys called in, in 2008 into the White House when they were doing all the bailout stuff and giving the banks money, and he's part of that whole thing. I mean, there's a few banks and those players, it's like this is the game plan. So they know the game plan. I mean, yeah. So the fact that he's unloading, what's he doing with the money? That's what I'm curious. What's he taking that money and doing with it? Is he buying crypto? Is he buying real estate? Is he buying farmland? What's he doing? Is he moving to New Zealand? That's
he may be having
question.
to surrender it for his
that could be too
actions against humans.
All right, get into that a little bit. So you've got JP Morgan Chase was the bank for Bernie Madoff, right? Okay.
Yep. It was also the bank for Epstein. Also, we didn't talk about the SBF thing.
That's where I was going with it. I was building up to it.
Okay.
I was planting the seeds. But no, so you've got JP Morgan Chase, running Epstein stuff, banker for him, banker for Madoff. What happened to them? Nothing. It's like, where was the SEC? Who was protecting us at that point? Nobody. Same thing with FTX. Sam Bankman-Fried, guilty on all counts. And I'm like,
115 years in prison he's facing.
This is an Oswald situation to me. This is nothing more than a patsy, a scapegoat. Do you think he was doing any of this?
But the difference is the day before, or the day before, or the day of, Fancy Nancy was subpoenaed for records in a criminal case. The fact that it was criminal is significant. People that don't understand like the different court, like I've been in family court a lot, for adoption stuff, whatever, and of course divorce, whatever. But like there's different case. So there's civil court, and then there's criminal court. The fact that she was subpoenaed for a criminal case.
Yeah, it's like O.J. Simpson got off. He got away with murder, but civilly, when he was sued civilly, he got nailed financially. But criminally, he got away with it. And the fact that she is criminally being subpoenaed, it's like, that's like get hanged or something, or something. Go to the electric chair.
Yeah. Well, bats will swing in the spring. Baseball's a wonderful sport. So we'll see what happens.
Swing away, Meryl. Swing away.
There's a video that I wanted to play. I don't know if I can. Maybe I'll play it on our way out. And everybody listen very carefully and do some critical thinking. Especially listen to JFK Jr. or RFK Jr. or RFK's message. And he says, "I'll see you on the barricades." On the barricades. There are prisons underneath the DC Capitol.
Well, it's a good place for them.
And we recently had...
Hey, we're going to take the elevator, but we're going down. We're drilling down.
Going straight down.
Straight down. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bankman-Fried thing, the FTX, and I say it on purpose because the Bankman fried your assets.
Gary's a cover too. They only put Gary in the position of the SEC because he wrote the checks for Hillary for Hurricane Crossfire, or for the fake Steele dossier. For Hillary. He's just taking the fall for something else because they're not talking about the thing that he was already. Obama had pardoned them all from all of this stuff. So they had to put him in a position of something else to fall for something else. But it's not really about that, though.
Yeah, no. And if you look at just on the surface, the FTX thing, who thinks that SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, could mastermind this whole thing? And then you look at Caroline Ellison, his girlfriend, running Alameda, the sister company where they're, running money through it. Her daddy, his buddies, with Gary Gensler.
Well, you notice there's a show on
together.
There's a show on Netflix called Down for Love, where it's really popular, and they put like special needs people together.
Oh, like Down's syndrome, Down for Love.
And I wonder if that's what they did with them, was like,
they set them up. I mean, because they couldn't have handled any of this. They could. There's no way. That was a front company. That was a shell company. They put them in, the figureheads, and he takes the fall. It's an Oswald thing, I'm telling you. That's all it is. Think Oswald. That's Sam Bankman-Fried. Other people were puppet masters pulling the strings. You got to look at the connections and where they go, how they fan out. It's and so now it goes away. Who are the people behind these people? Who are the people that sponsored them? Who are the people that put them in place? Who are the people that were, setting all this stuff up? You don't even talk about it. No, he's the bad guy. Boom, done. Send him away. Please.
That's really interesting.
Please.
We just said something else. The awakening thing. Oh no, it was A.G. Bull said the awakening thing. I keep picking out these items. Okay, we had the We Woka thing in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Westwood, what did I send you? Oh, that melt glass trinket box that I got when I was in Illinois last time was from something Michigan.
On what was it?
I've put it away, so I don't know. I'd have to find it and look it up.
Let me check. Let's see where the lovely Litecoin Lisa sent me the message. Was it a text?
And it means Awakening, Michigan.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Then I was at a sale this morning, and I was going to go to another one, but I really needed to get home for my dogs. And so we didn't go to it, but I was scanning the pictures, and I was like, look at this beautiful alabaster sculpture. And so I Google search it, and it's called The Awakening.
There you go. You're getting hit.
I feel like
with all this awakening stuff.
Yeah, there was something I was watching on Tom Numbers. He was asking Janine, is this specifically put there for me, or is this like the universe confirming for me or resonating? And I do think a lot of us are having that.
I think so, because if you just relax, and so I say trust yourself. If you just calm down, relax, and just let the universe talk to you, you'll see things pop in and validate or discourage. But when you're on the right path, it will validate you, and you'll get messages and be like, wait a minute, I was just thinking that. Okay, maybe I'm doing the right thing. But when you're so clouded and you're worried about this and worried about that, money, how am I going to pay this bill, that bill? That's where they want you, because you're not connecting to the source. You're not connecting to who you really are and where you come from. But when you do, those things fall into place. It's like boom, 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 just like you see all those things, Lisa, because it's constantly talking to you, but you're just not, you're just clouded. Your vision's clouded. But when you're, okay, that's it. I'm letting go of all this stuff. And you just, okay, everything falls into place, and you just see it, and it validates everything. Your path is like right there, and you just follow it.
Well, and just like right now, like I have a tendency, you and I vibe so much that I have a tendency to talk with you or over you or next to you. Yeah, and because we are a lot of times thinking the same thing, or I'll be talking about something and you're like,
somebody should make a little statue of both of us, because we're kind of like,
yes. And then your mom gives it to me. And then, or I'll be thinking something and you'll say it or whatever, but sometimes it's that listening, because worry can be, if you're questioning things, sometimes you're asking the question, you're questioning it instead of sitting and listening for the confirmation to be received. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, why do you think people meditate? Why do you think they go into a silent place and they they just like clear all the distractions off? And I just think like an animal, they're instinctual. It's like and they react, and they do their things, and they're in tune. They know danger. And unfortunately, we just get distracted by all this garbage, all this nonsense. But when you're at peace, when you're calm, and you say, all right, how many times have you had this happen in your life? I know everybody has. I've had it happen multiple times. I try to make things happen in the past. Now I don't care. I'm just like, just let it happen. But in the past, it's like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it happen no matter what. And then, oh man, I get smacked, and this happens and that happens, gets in the way. I'm like, oh, I'm getting pissed now, because, this isn't working out. And then when I say, F it, I'm done. Take it. I'm out. Yeah. Whatever happens, happens. And then once that happens, it's just like, everything falls into place, because you're at peace. You're at calm. You just let it happen. It's like, I can't control everything. There's a bigger plan. Just stick to the freaking plan. I use that example with Mitch all the time. I'm like, just get in the damn canoe and float down that river of life, because it's going to take you where you need to go. No, I want to get off and see this. Oh, this looks
It
cool.
doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the view while you're floating, or that you don't have free will to use your paddle a little bit or make a decision to stay away.
But when you're fighting, I'm going down these rapids, I'm going upstream, baby. I'm doing it. It's like, okay, go ahead and wear yourself out.
Yeah. Sometimes
when you just let things happen and you just absorb it, it'll guide you where you need to go, and you'll, oh shoot, how many times you had the experience where, wow, you know, if I would have done this wouldn't have happened. You know, good thing I just left that and just kind of went this way, and you know, whatever, I'm just gonna see what happens, and then it happens and everything works out. I mean, that's just like, stop trying to fight things, and just let it happen and accept it and know it. And when you know it, because you're validated at every step of the way.
I agree.
I don't know. I'm not explaining it right.
I know you are. I want to share. Oh, I think it downloaded. I think this will work, that I can play this video out when we leave. But everybody, please listen carefully, not just RFK. And I'm not a big fan of RFK because
there are issues. There are issues there.
No man is perfect. Right.
Up in the air.
But it's about critical thinking. And, you know, we shouldn't look for any one person to save us from anything. Once again, no one's coming to save you. This is about standing up for ourselves. And they came to destroy us. And we will destroy that system. We will walk away from it. We will stop giving our energy to it. So, I don't know. I want to play this video as we leave. You doing spaces tonight, Westwood?
Am I doing spaces tonight, Lisa? Are you going to be in spaces tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I'll jump in there.
All right. Hit 1 if you want Westwood to do spaces.
Yeah.
Hit 2 if you don't care.
I did a 1. And I made you do a 1 too, and because I can manipulate your channel. I voted for you. Oh, look,
I guess I will.
It's like the Dominion voting. I can vote for you.
Yeah. We got like, how many people in the chat? We got 25 people in the chat and 30 votes.
Do the maths.
Lisa wins.
Oh, I see all the ones popping up. All these
wonderful, there we go.
All these wonderful people.
Spaces. So if you don't know, on Twitter, you have a audio only, no video. It's something called Spaces. And so I start a space, and I don't know what I'm going to do at 7 o'clock Central Time. I don't know. Yeah, you just sit there and listen to everybody talk, and you can chime in and, you know, and talk about whatever, Sasquatches, you know, whatever you want to talk about. Crypto goes everywhere. And so it's just like an open forum where we all talk about different things. And yeah, so we do that every Friday night. I do that every Friday night. So if you don't have an X account, a Twitter account, go sign up, follow Clint Westwood. If you don't know the handle for Clint Westwood, go to clintwestwood.net. And at the top there, it says, hey, follow me on Twitter. I should say X, formerly known as Twitter. I haven't changed that.
No, I don't comply with that.
It's just like, it's Twitter.
I don't think it's going to take. Yeah. I do want to give a big shout out to Aquarian Done Napping. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon. That meant a lot to me, and I really appreciate that. I sent you a little message there.
Nice. So, join Lisa's Patreon, help her out, support her, because YouTube doesn't do it.
No, they don't.
All the work she puts in. I mean, you know, if you want to throw her a little bone every month, you know, and have a little, you know, send some messages to her and ask her questions, you know, you can do that on Patreon. And
you can also go shop at my store at Etsy and eBay. That's in the description. I've got tons of Christmas stuff that I'm putting up there.
I got this on Lisa's eBay channel.
That's
eBay
right.
Store.
And on eBay, you can make me an offer on items, and then I can like counter with you. So I kind of like that, because I'm kind of getting into the bartering thing, which is kind of fun, because to me, that's more of like that free market thing. Well, what's it worth to you? Well, and they can say, well, it's worth this much to me. And then I can go,
pre-smoked cigar by Light Queen Lisa.
There you go.
For sale.
No. For sale.
Should have had you smoke that cigar, and I could have put it out there.
So sweet. She says, I love you, Lisa and Clint. I didn't see. Oh, she was sick too. Yeah, you guys make sure you're taking your vitamin D. I'm speaking to myself as well. Just so
Yes, me too, because I kind of been lax on it.
and your vitamin C and your zinc. D, vitamin C, and zinc
Yep.
because
It absorbs
will
it.
help your immune system. And that's another thing that I'm going to pump. Westwood, your mom started taking New Eden. I'm curious.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
She's taking New Eden, and we were talking about it when I was at the farm.
She's spry. I mean, she's,
Oh,
you know, look at her. I mean, she hops around like she's freaking 30.
yeah, no,
I mean,
we were there
jeez.
this summer, and she's out like literally tending the garden, like, and she's super fit. She's very healthy. Yeah, she's in great shape and beautiful lady. Love her. So, anyway, want to give a big shout out. I'm gonna send us out with this video, and we'll see you guys on Spaces.
Trust yourselves, always.
Night.
They murdered my family. They thought they murdered me. My actions are not vengeance. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Telling you that. Do you get it? We are in a war. It's a digital war. You just watch what happened a couple minutes ago, and then you're wondering, but why doesn't he tell us this detail right here? Why? Why the fuck do you think I don't? Are you pissed yet? You've got days to save your country. And when people do what they have to do, don't be fussing like somebody is overstepping the line. If you hear that from somebody, tell them to shut the fuck up and get out of our face. We're not letting the steal stand. Take that and stuff it right up your ass. It's not gonna happen. Am I being clear enough?
I noticed listen.
My administration will be here for you every single step of the way. We've done everything we can do, and now we're just waiting for the storm. And I guess it's right behind me. It's following me.
We're on the front lines of the most important battle in history, and it is the battle to save democracy and freedom and human liberty and human dignity from this totalitarian cartel that is trying to rob us simultaneously in every nation in the world of the rights that every human being is born with. So thank you for your courage, thank you for your commitment, and thank you for your brotherhood. And I can pledge to you that I will go down dying with my boots on, fighting side by side with all of you to make sure that we return these rights and preserve them for our children. And I will see all of you on the barricades. Thank you.
I'm gonna pull the whole thing down. I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.